Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Julie. Good morning, Anne, Alison, Diane, and Kerry, Naomi, Jill. Good morning. Feel free to sit or lie down for the practice this morning to start. And if you have a block, it would be great if you could have that next to your mat this morning. If you don't have a block, it doesn't matter. But if you do have one, you might like to just pop that next to your mat. So feel free to start reclining or in a seated position. If you're sitting, you might even sit on your block if you have a block. So just take these first few moments to arrive, to gather what you need for your practice. You might like to close the eyes and just sigh the breath away. So let yourself open to this moment from a fresh place. Let this moment be a new beginning, untainted by memories of the past or any expectations you may have about what is to come. So letting go of the past, letting go of the future, grounding your awareness in the present moment without feeling that you have to fix, change, or achieve anything. As you breathe in, you might say to yourself, just this. And as you breathe out, here, now. Just this. Here, now. Focusing now on your exhalations, and see if you can allow the exhale breath to be 2 to 3 times longer than the in breath. And if you like, we can work with the hissing breath, which can help us to slow down the exhale breath. So we make a sound and we break that into 3 parts. So it's just a normal inhale and then hissing. So you might like to work with a few more of these. A normal inhale and then hissing in stages. Just 1 or 2 more. And then just relax the breath. Now in this quiet space, I invite you to visualize a full moon in the center of your forehead. So a bright, calm, cool, shining ball of light. And just see if you can keep your gaze, your focus on this magical ball of light. Perhaps you were fortunate enough to see the beautiful full moon last night. On Saturday night, I went to a really interesting women's circle that was very much focused on educating women about the effects of the lunar cycle on our emotions, our energy levels, and our psychological states, and working to create balance via self-care and self-honouring choices. The gathering was called the Red Tent. Some of you might be familiar with these gatherings. These gatherings are held worldwide, and they're also designed to be a safe place where women's deepest secrets can be shared so that no woman has to carry her burdens alone. Wisdom is also traditionally imparted through the oral tradition of storytelling, and these circles are also intended to share the sacred arts of channeling, healing, dream analysis, and divination. During the gathering, we were each asked what we would like to shed or let go of at this time. So I invite you also to reflect now on what you wish to release, whether it be a burden you've been carrying, a negative emotion, an outdated or limiting belief, anything that might be keeping you small or dimming your light, so that you can create space for new growth and transformation to occur. You might ask yourself now, what is it that I want to let go of or release at this time? Or what might I need to let go of for my highest good? So take a few moments now to pose a question and then just sit or lie quietly and see what comes. So as we practice together this morning, keep focused on releasing and letting go of all that weighs you down, and keep returning to the vision of the full moon filling your forehead with its radiant, bright, shining light. You might like to say to yourselves now a few times, I am ready to let go of the things that hold me back. I am ready to let go of the things that hold me back. Now, if you're in a seated position, I'll invite you to very slowly make your way to lie down on the floor, and I'll come back to meet you on my mat. So lying fully outstretched, making sure that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Have your arms down alongside you. Chin tucked towards the chest so the back of the neck is long. Exhaling all breath here. And then on the next inhalation, let's stretch the arms up overhead. You might like to interlock your thumbs and just wriggle and stretch from side to side. And when you need to exhale, just releasing your arms down by your side. So we'll do 2 more of these. Breathing in, extending the arms up overhead, interlock your thumbs, wriggle and stretch from side to side. And releasing your arms down. And once more. Good. Now let's inhale, extend the arms up overhead. This time as we exhale, though, just let the arms rest there. And we're going to move into the banana pose. So we'll walk both feet over to the bottom left-hand corner of the mat and both arms, both hands over to the top left-hand corner of the mat. So we're also creating the shape of a lovely crescent moon. Just keep the feet flexed. The chin is tucking forward. Try to relax, particularly that right shoulder blade down. Face is relaxed, no tension in the mouth. If you want to increase the intensity of this stretch, you can cross your right ankle over the left and you can hold the right wrist with the left hand. So breathing now into that right side of the torso. Good, and then uncross the legs, release the wrist, walk yourself back to center, and then walk the feet over to the bottom right-hand corner, hands over to the top right-hand corner, feet are flexed, tuck the chin forward, and you can either stay like this or crossing the left ankle over the right and holding the left wrist with the right hand. So now breathing into that left side of the torso. Continuing to visualize that little glowing ball of light in the center of your forehead. Allowing the breath to flow. Good. And then uncross the legs, release the wrist, come back to center. Release your arms down, bring the knees into the chest, have a hand on each knee. Now your knees are wide here, and we're going to work with the cradle pose. So just rocking from side to side, but it's very slow. And we lift one knee up, and then the other knee follows, and we roll right over onto our side. So we lift the top knee, and then the other knee follows right over to the side. So just a few more of these. Good. And then come back to center and just step the feet up close to the buttocks. We'll rest the hands over the heart center. We're going to incorporate the chant this morning, Om Chandraya Namaha, which is to honor the energy of the moon. So bowing down to the energy of the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Chandra is moon in Sanskrit. So we'll work with 5 of these as we raise the arms to the sky and then chant back to the heart. So exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Last one. Om Chandraya Namaha. Take a breath. And then resting your hands onto your thighs. We're going to do a little bit of abdominal strengthening work. If you've got issues with your neck, you may not want to do this. You might prefer to just work with some gentle rounds of bridge or just rocking from side to side. But otherwise, we're going to breathe in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to lift the head and slide the fingertips up towards our knees. And then as we inhale, we slide back down. We'll do 4 more. Exhale, sliding up. Breathing in, we lower down. And breathing out, we lift. Inhale. And exhale. Do 1 more. Lowering back down. And lifting up. Good. Lower yourself down, bring the knees in, give yourselves a little hug. And then we're going to take the legs up towards the sky. So a little bit more work for our abdominal area. We're going to stretch the fingers up towards the sky. Palms are facing each other. So we breathe in here. And as we exhale, we're lifting our fingertips up towards our toes, seeing if we can touch our toes. Inhale, lower the head back down. So 4 more. Exhale, lift up. Breathe in as you lower. And breathe out, lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Last one. And lift. Good. Lower yourself down, draw the knees in, a hand on each knee, and rocking from side to side. Good. All right, let's rock over to one side, and we're going to come up to sit into a seated position. So again, if you've got your block, you might like to sit on that, or you can sit onto a cushion or a bolster if you like. If you need a little bit of extra support, so nice straight spine. We're going to work with a little pranayama practice. This is called Chandra Vedana, which can be translated as moon piercing breath. So in yoga, we believe that Chandra, our Chandra energy, our moon energy, flows through Ida Nadi, which is connected to the left nostril. And these two energy channels crisscross up the subtle spine, and the moon energy is connected to the left nostril. So with this practice, Chandra Vedana, we're going to breathe in through the left nostril and breathe out through the right. And this is the benefit of this practice is it's very cooling for the body, very quietening for the mind. So let's take a hand up to the nose. We'll cover the tip of the left nostril with the, I'm not mirroring you here, with the ring finger, and the thumb is on the tip of the right nostril. So the index and middle fingers on the bridge of the nose. So let's exhale all breath to begin. And then closing the tip of the right nostril as we breathe in through the left. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. So right nostril connected to our Surya energy, our sun energy. Again, breathing in through the left nostril. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Close right, in left. Close left, out right. Close the right nostril, in left. And out right. So we'll work for another couple of minutes with this. Just work at your own pace now. Inhaling through the left nostril. And exhaling through the right nostril. Finish the breath you're on and work with one more. Place the hand down and just sit quietly for a moment with your awareness at the center of the forehead. Again, visualizing that beautiful ball of light, lunar energy. It's a feminine, cooling, receptive energy. Just gently release. We'll come off any support. And we're going to come into extended child. Extending the fingertips forward as you release the buttocks back towards your heels. So feeling a beautiful stretch through the back of the body. And then from here, we're going to come up onto our knees, tuck our toes, and lift into down face dog pose. Now, if you like, you can begin by bending one leg and then the other. Or just holding your dog, fingers spread wide, relaxing your head and your neck, allowing the breath to flow. And then let's slowly come down onto our knees and release into child. And if you like, you can make fists with your hands and rest your forehead on your fists. All right, let's come up and we're going to do a little bit of lunging. So we'll come up onto our knees and step the left leg forward. Any issues with the knees, you might want to pop some support under that right knee. So hands onto our left thigh, draw the shoulders back, heart open, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we're coming forward. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale forward, keeping the chest open, shoulders back. Inhale, back to center, and exhale. Now we might hold this stretch. Option to keep the hands as they are or to release your arms and breathe the arms above the head. Palms can be shoulder width apart, or you might like to press the palms together and cross your thumbs. Allowing the breath to flow. Good, and then release your hands down and take the hands back onto the left thigh. And let's stretch now into that left hamstring. So you're working to straighten the leg, turning the left toes back towards you. Hands can stay on that thigh, or some of you might like to reach them down towards the mat at this point. And then slowly come up and we'll step that left leg back, give it the left knee a bit of support if it needs it, and taking the right leg forward, hands onto your right thigh, shoulders back, breathing in, and coming back to center, and exhale. Now we'll hold again. You can keep the hands on your thigh or release your arms and raise the arms up, shoulder width apart, or palms are pressed together and thumbs crossed on top of each other. Good. Release the hands down, hands back onto your thigh, and working to straighten that right leg, curling the right toes back towards you, leaning forward, perhaps reaching your fingers down to the mat. And coming up, let's take that right leg back. Coming back into child. And you can either stay in child, any version of child, or we're going to just slide along the floor and come into what's sometimes called inchworm pose. So we're aiming to bring the armpits and the chest, the chin down to the mat. The buttocks are in the air and just holding here. Good, and then slide yourself back into extended child. Inhale up onto your knees, tuck your toes, coming back into down face dog pose. Here we're going to walk our feet towards our hands and slowly, slowly, slowly come up to stand. Let's make a few slow circles with our shoulders. And coming into Tadasana, mountain pose, bringing the hands back over the heart center to spread your toes. We'll come back to our chant, Om Chandraya Namaha, working with 5 of these. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Last one. Om Chandraya Namaha. Take a breath. Visualizing that beautiful ball of light in the center of your forehead. And then release your arms down. We're going to work with a gentle lateral stretch now. So as we breathe in, raising the arms up, and we're going to imagine that we're holding a full moon above our head. So you're sort of making a round shape with the arms. And as we exhale, just leaning over to the left. Press down into the right foot as you do this. Breathe yourself back to center. Taking that full moon over to the right side. Press down into the left foot. Inhale back to center. And as you exhale, just bring your hands down to your heart. So let's do 2 more of these. Inhale. And taking that full moon over to the left. Breathe back to center. And over to the right. Inhale back to center and bring that full moon down to your heart. Last one. to centre, to the right, to centre, and bring it down to your heart, and take a breath. Release the hands by your side, little bend in the legs, and we're going to do some bouncing. So as we bounce, we might imagine that we're letting any heaviness, any frustration, any worries, any burdens, any fatigue drain down through the body into the earth beneath us. You might sway a little bit, you might blow the breath out through the mouth. Anything that might be dimming your light, let it go. Good. And then just slowing that down. Your palms by your side facing forward, and on the next inhale, breathe in through the nose as you sweep the arms up and blowing the breath out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and blowing the breath out through the mouth. Keep going. Finish the one you're on and work with two more. Release. All right, we're going to work with a flowing movement that takes us into a forward fold, into Uttanasana from Tadasana. So as we breathe in, we're going to raise the arms up, bringing the palms together. And as we exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. So legs can be bent or straight as you come forward. On the next inhale, we'll do a half lift, so fingers onto the mat or onto your shins. And exhale, lowering down, and we'll stay here for one breath. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. And bringing your palms down through the center. So let's do 4 more of these. Breathing in. Swan dive forward, legs bent or straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower, and we stay for a breath. Reverse swan dive up. And hands down through the center. Let's keep going.
Half lift and lower. Stay for a breath. Swan dive. Lift up halfway and lower, holding for a breath. Coming up. Okay, last one without my voice. Take a breath or two. Let's come to the fronts of our mats now. So into Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to go through Chandra Namaskara, salute to the moon. And on the first exhale, we'll incorporate the chant Om Chandraya Namaha. We'll go very slowly this morning. We'll try five rounds, maybe 6, that we do each side evenly. So we'll try 6 rounds. If you're really low in energy, feel free to just stand in Tadasana for 1 or 2 rounds, or come to sit or lie down and visualize yourself doing the practice instead. All right, so we'll start off with the hands at the heart space in Namaskar Mudra. Perhaps visualizing yourself out at night time, somewhere in a beautiful place in nature, facing the moon, the full moon. Perhaps even if you went out last night, went for a walk, stood outside and just gazed at the moon. Take yourself back there now, visualizing that beautiful full moon. So this practice helping to strengthen our connection with the moon and that beautiful lunar energy. So the chant on our first exhale. So let's release the arms down and breathe in. Om Chandraya Namaha. All the way forward, legs bent or straight. So let's take the left leg back and into Ardha Chandrasana, so crescent moon. Exhale, lower your arms. So we come into plank and then into the 8-pointed position. Coming through into a low cobra. Bend your legs into dog. Now we'll just pause in dog for a breath. And then we're going to look towards our hands and step the left leg forward. Lower the right knee and we come back into our crescent moon pose. Exhale, lower the hands, step the right leg forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up, palms together, and exhale. So on to our second round, breathing in. Om Chandraya Namaha. This time we take the right leg back, lower the knee, untuck the toes, inhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale into plank, and then down into the eight-pointed position, through into cobra. Bend your legs, tuck your toes, down face dog pose. Let's pause here for a breath. Look towards your hands, or step the right leg forward, lower the left knee. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, stepping the left leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale. Breathing in. Om Chandraya Namaha. Left leg back. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, into plank. The eight-pointed position. Through into cobra. Back into dog, and we take a breath. Look towards your hands, stepping the left leg forward. Lower the right knee. Inhale. And exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale. So we're halfway. Om Chandraya Namaha. Right leg back. Into plank. Pointed position. Through into cobra. Back into dog. We pause for a breath here. Stepping the right leg forward. Left knee down. Inhale. Whoops. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Om Chandraya Namaha. Left leg back. Inhale. And exhale. Knees, elbows, chest and chin. Into Bhujangasana. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Down face dog pose. Pause for a breath. And then stepping the left leg forward. Inhale. Right leg forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Okay, last one without my voice. Om Chandraya Namaha. Finish standing in Tadasana, visualizing that beautiful full moon in the center of your forehead. Sigh the breath away. Release the hands down. I think I shortened that last round. Hope you got it right. All right, we're going to work now with Trikonasana, just one more standing pose before we come down to the floor. So let's take the legs wide. Turn your left toes around, right toes in. Remember, we want to line up our left heel with the arch of the back foot to help with our alignment. And then when you're ready, breathe in, raise your arms to shoulder height, turn to the left, leaning over, and then take the hand down. Any shoulder issues, that top hand might rest on your hip. Otherwise, we can extend that top arm up. And depending on your neck, you might look to your left big toe forward or up towards that right thumb. And breathe. Turn the head down, inhale, come up, and exhale. Now we're going to do that again with the option of moving into Ardha Chandrasana, which is, there's two of those. We did one in our salute. There's also a balance Ardha Chandrasana, which is quite challenging. That's why we've got our blocks. So if you'd like to have a go at that this morning, you'll just pop your block in front, might be up on its highest edge. You can play around with the height, just goes in front there. All right, otherwise, if you're not working with the balance, you just repeat Trikonasana. Or start with triangle. So let's breathe in, raise the arms, turn to the left. Exhale, lean over. So first of all, we're all coming into triangle. If you're going to try the balance, you'll take that top hand to the hip. You'll turn to look down. You'll step the back foot in, reach your left hand down to the block, and then see if you can lift that back leg up. Now, ideally, this back leg is parallel to the floor. And then we're starting to turn our right, open our right hip, turning our, moving our right shoulder back. If we're feeling really steady, we might extend that top arm up and we might look up. As we're looking forward or down, we're breathing, the right foot is flexed. Good. And then we very carefully lower that right foot. We'll all come up, turn to center, and release. So if you're doing the balance, just take your block the other side. Turn the legs around. So first of all, we're all going into Trikonasana. Inhale, turning to the right, leaning over, take the hand down. So any shoulder issues, top hand is on your hip. Otherwise, we might extend that top arm up, either looking down or forward or up, depending on your neck this morning. Breathe. Good. Lower the gaze. Inhale, come up. Release your arms. And again, breathing in. So first of all, we're all coming into triangle. And then some of you might like to drop that back hand, turn to look down, step the back leg in, reach your right hand down to the block. and lift that left leg up. Ideally, that leg is parallel to the floor. We're flexing the foot, and if you're feeling steady, you might raise the left arm up. Breathe. Good. Turn to look down. Carefully step that leg back. Inhale, let's all come up. Exhale. Release your legs. And let's all come now to lie down. Feet stepped up close to the buttocks. Sighing the breath away. Just checking in with yourself. Note what's going on inside, how you're feeling. And then perhaps visualizing that beautiful glowing ball of light in the center of your forehead. In a moment, we're going to come into bridge and hold bridge this morning. So just check that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Your feet are hip width apart, palms pressing into the mat alongside your hips. Tuck the chin forward. And when you're ready, inhale, lifting yourself up. Now you might like to interlace your fingers under the body and just wriggle from side to side. Tuck the shoulders in underneath you. And we're holding bridge. You decide how long you'd like to stay here this morning. When you've had enough, just release your hands and gently roll yourself down. And the back is flat on the mat. Bring your knees into the chest, give yourselves a hug and a little rock from side to side. And then we'll stretch the legs out along the mat, and we're going to work with our universal spinal twist. So we're going to place the right foot on the left thigh, left hand goes to the outer edge of the knee, right arm out to shoulder height. Deep breath in, and taking that knee across the body. So relaxing the right shoulder. You might like to turn your gaze to look towards your right fingers, if that's okay for your neck. slowly come back to center. Release the right leg down. I like to shake the legs, and then we'll do the same to the other side. So left foot on your right thigh, right hand to the average of the left knee, left arm at shoulder height. And as you exhale, that knee crosses the body. Trying to relax that left shoulder. And you may turn to look towards your left fingers. And breathe. And coming back to center, stretch the left leg away, arms down by your side. Let's inhale and extend both arms overhead, point your toes, stretch from fingertip to toe tip. And as you exhale, release your arms down. 2 more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Good. And then we're moving straight into Shavasana. So please gather what you need to be comfortable, to be warm. If you've got glasses on, you might pop those to one side. Just take your time. As you settle down, as you breathe in, you might say to yourself, just this. And as you breathe out, here, now. Just this. Here, now. Let your body settle. Let your mind settle. Let your heart settle. You might like to work with 3 or 4 of the hissing breaths just to help you drop into relaxation. So breathing in a normal inhale and then hissing in stages. 2 or 3 more. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Picturing yourself now being picked up from this place and magically transported to an outdoor clearing somewhere in nature at night time.
Visualize a huge full moon hanging above you in the sky, glowing bright. You can see the contours of the moon, and the glow of the moon is warming you from the outside in. Even though it's a dark night, the sky is lit up with this magnificent full moon. The glowing rays of the moon shine all around you, lighting up every creature and every tree, clear as daylight. Allow yourself to be enveloped by the moon's bright light. Allow yourself to be showered by its positive energies, by the silver liquid light pouring down from the sky. Absorb as much energy as you need from this powerful, wise moon. And as you do so, begin to be aware of the infinite nature of the universe and of all possibilities and of your own infinite nature. Now, in this quiet space, begin to contemplate what new energies, new experiences you wish to welcome into your life at this time. Take some time to set some intentions or to plant some seeds, whatever your heart truly desires, around the idea of abundance. What do you wish to make manifest in your life at this time? Something you desire for yourself, for your loved ones, or perhaps for the planet. Be sure that you state your intentions very clearly. Speak from your heart, from the deepest part of your soul. Speak with love and light. Speak with hope and faith. You might like to write these intentions down once you come out of the practice. And then once you are clear of your heartfelt desires, I invite you to imagine that you are receiving them. You actually have what you desire. So feel now what it is like to have these things, the experiences that you want. Notice how you feel in your body. Memorize how it feels. And then taking a moment to give thanks to the moon for the healing you have received here this morning. Start now to bring your awareness back into your room, into your physical body, as you deepen the breath. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and your toes. You might like to stretch the arms above the head, just have a lovely stretch. And then rolling over to one side and just quietly come up into a comfortable seated position. Just sitting quietly, gazing at the center of your forehead, visualizing that beautiful, clear, full moon. Bright, shining, radiant ball of light. And we'll do a few rounds of Chandra Bedana before we close, the moon piercing breath. So taking the hand up to the nostrils, exhaling all breath. Closing the tip of the right nostril as you breathe in through the left nostril. Close left and exhale right. Inhaling through the left nostril. And exhaling right. In left. Out right. In left. Just work with 3 more breaths in this way. When you finish, release the hand down. We'll close with one Om. So breathing in, raise the arms up. Om. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lots of love to you all. See you soon.